for real. My is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, for real. My is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear.
They clear.
I'm shining from ear to ear.
I'm shining from ear to ear. Stand my ground, I ain't showing no fear. I done came up like the top of the...
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Caught right side, Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They run it here with Thompson, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position. Help out your team.
Smith now to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Robert Kindici with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. This will be fielded at the 17. Able to power through. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. The catch is made by Kendall Ray. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the... ...45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Caught by Nelson left side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen being chased out left. And some space here. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go play action. It's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over them. Josh Rosen put that one in the trophy case, his first NFL touchdown pass. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I don't care how calm, cool, collected you carry yourself. I don't care how contained you are in your emotions. Your first touchdown pass in the NFL is awfully special. And Josh Rosen is always going to put out the vibe that, hey, I do this all the time. But inside, he's got to be so excited to have that first taste of success in the league.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. A beautiful fake. Yet a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Redskins making their way out. Last year, a fairly quiet 7-9. Now, the big change, of course, for 2018 here, exit Kirk Cousins, enter Alex Smith at quarterback. What does that change?
The change is that you have a quarterback who takes care of the football.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Corey Peters in there to drop him for a loss on the play. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Robert Kimdichie in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. 3rd and long, it's Smith. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. Peterson. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to run now. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point try now for Dawson. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
23 yards on the play. On 1st down, Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. And the ball is knocked out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. Following a fumble recovery, it's Rosen. He'll buy some time right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Finding some room at midfield. Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 64 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
I said 980.
From the gun, here's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They give it to Peterson. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
They'll try the air now with Smith. This will be caught at about the 6. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. This is caught. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson taking it in from a yard out. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Well, the Cardinals coming out here, and take a look back, Charles, at 2017. Really, everything started going south, unfortunately, week one. That's when they lost David Johnson to a wrist injury. From there, they really couldn't turn it around.
And in the offseason, coaching change. Steve Wilks now in charge. Comes with a defensive bent. Remember, he was a defensive coordinator with the Carolina Panthers. And he probably was blitzing from the time he took the job. That's how aggressive he is. On the offensive side of the ball, you know, there's going to be a battle for the quarterback spot. You knew they signed Sam Bradford. Josh Rosen was drafted. But the identity of this team, David Johnson, their running back. Missing him most of last season really changed the whole dynamic of their year.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Rosen on 1st and 10. Underneath for Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now it's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
.35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nelson. And I think the ball's out. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen, escaping the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They come out here in the I. They get it to him running left. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Now Dawson for the extra point. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Out to the left here to Reed. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action here with Rosen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. The rookie Josh Rosen with 3 touchdown passes. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Nifty move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever they would.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. The wrist seems fine. The legs were never a problem as DJ's in the backfield again on 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Rosen will throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, number one, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jonathan Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
3rd and goal. Rosen. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And Dawson's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Flushed out right. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone.
Stop me, I'm going it. Man, it can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I get on